Some people in this world are so similar to the characters in the cartoons that you cannot tell the difference. In this video, World Traveler is going to show you about the people who live in our world who look like real cartoon characters, from people who look like princesses in Disney movies to people who look like many other famous cartoon characters. If you think the video is good, don't forget to subscribe to us. So let's start the video. First we talk about a girl like Moana in the Disney movie Moana. This child called Auli'i Carvalho is like a real Moana in appearance and voice. Also, the special thing here is that this girl will be the person who voiced Moana in the movie Moana. She never thought she would be able to choose a character like this before her voice was selected. This girl is also the youngest person to give a voice to a character in a Disney cartoon movie princess. Moana's best hair feature is her hair, which stands out throughout the film. Her hair was made for the cartoon in the most realistic way possible by computer technicians using a separate software. Surprisingly, the girl's hair is similar to Moana's in the movie. We also have a question as to whether these two are real twins, a character in a cartoon who resembles a person in the real world. Next we talk about a girl in the real world like Marina from Disney's Brave movie. The cartoon character Marina in the movie Brave as a Scottish girl is a movie that encouraged the little girls who watched this movie all over the world. According to the story, she is the only girl who can be compared to this cartoon character who can shoot arrows and ride horses better than princes. You may not know the exact name of this girl with red hair and face like Merida, but she earned her income by posing for photos with little children dressed as Merida in a park called Sunshine in Southern California, USA. And there is a child who looks like this character. People say that there is no other child who is as similar to Merida as she is. Due to the popularity of the character Merida, an international competition was held in 2013 to find out who the most similar person to Merida was. This child was 16 years old at the time and won the competition. Therefore, these two children are two people who look like real-life cartoon characters. We can call that. Next we talk about a child called Rapunzel in the real world. If you've seen Disney's 2010 movie Tangled, you know about Rapunzel. Do you believe that Rapunzel, who stood out throughout the film, has the beautiful looks and the longest hair in the real world? This child is considered to be the real-world Rapunzel in every way. By the time this child is 11 years old, her hair is more than 3 feet long. This hairstyle made her famous and earned money from advertisements, but this child is not only similar to Rapunzel in terms of hair but also in the same way that Rapunzel cut his hair for his love. There is nothing wrong with calling her Rapunzel in the real world because she did. Next we talk about Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo is a cartoon that we have been fascinated by since childhood. Scooby and his guardian join forces with another Shaggy to solve a lot of mysteries about real ghosts as well as ghostly people. It is very clear that the dog you see in this photo looks like a real-world Scooby. Also, its owner wears a Shaggy suit and portrays the characters. Did you know that there are animals like this in the real world that resemble a real Scooby-Doo cartoon character? Next we talk about a person in the real world like the character of the Zootropolis movie Flash. Zootropolis is one of the best animated films in the world. But the film was more successful in China than any other film in the world. The film was released in China and grossed $25 million in a single day at the box office. This is the best box office record for any animated film in history. Among the former characters in this movie, the character called Flash was the one that the Chinese people liked the most. Because of that fame, the Chinese people started searching more and more about this animal on the internet. He changed his face to be very similar to that of the animal. That's why people think that this woman is really like the Flash slot animal in that Zootropolis cartoon movie. Next we will talk about Elsa. Frozen is a movie that people all over the world have been watching with great interest. If you had seen this movie you would not have known about the snow princess called Elsa. But you did not know that there is a woman like Elsa in this world before. The film became so popular that even adults began to be drawn to the characters in the film. But we can say that this girl portrayed the character of Eliza very well because the child's face, hair, eyes and everything is similar to Elsa in the movie Frozen. Also known as Elsa Hosk, a Swedish Victoria's Secret model, this woman is very similar to Elsa in the movie in terms of eyes, hair and body size. Because of that special look, she even talked about the details of this woman in a press conference at that time. As she said at the time, the story was written thousands of years ago, so people didn't look at her and create the character called Elsa. Asking and taking photos of her Lou. She doesn't like to break people's hearts, so she accepts these and lives like an Elsa in the real world. The story written in 1844 is like a real woman in character. Next we talk about a man named Maurice Tillet who is known all over the world for creating the character of Shrek in the movie Shrek based on this French professional wrestler. This guy was so pretty when he was a kid that people around him called him Angel. However, at the age of 20, he developed cancer of the pituitary gland, which disrupted his hormonal activity, and his limbs and face began to change abnormally. After that he went on to wrestling for 9 consecutive months, playing in wrestling as a major competitor in special tournaments and becoming very famous in countries like the United States. From 1940 to 1942 he was the former AWA World Champion in the United States. DreamWorks, the makers of the Shrek film, never officially claimed that he created the film based on the character Shrek. But no one can say that there is a similarity between this person and Shrek. It's the same with these people. In today's video we talked about people who really live in this world very similar to the cartoon characters. Cartoons are created according to the ideas of the designer, so it's really amazing that there are people in this world as well. Leave us a comment below to find out which person you were most surprised to know about in the real world, similar to the cartoon characters we talked about today. Also, if you think this video is good, don't forget to like, comment and share the video. Let's see you soon with the latest video with knowledge.